Are we witnessing the end of hip hop? Is the question. And some would say that hip hop has been dead a long time ago. You know, and they'll argue, especially, you know, my generation will argue that the ones that destroyed it is this new generation with their mumble rap. And all they talk about is, you know, the typical things: violence, drugs, sex, etc. Everything is negative. You know, that's what our generation, what Generation X would say. And I'm here to tell you, even though throughout the years hip hop has had its, as of recent, you know, its downs more than ups, I think that the nail has finally been driven in the coffin for hip hop to be buried 6 feet under. And the reason why I say that is this nail that I'm talking about is the economy. You see, rappers can't be braggadocious anymore, because there's people living in cars. Can't afford to eat. In order to live by themselves, you know what I'm saying? As an example, Gen Zs, in order for them to get their own place, they got to have 4 or 5 roommates. People can't keep up with their bills. There's certain people right now, as I speak, that are living in an apartment or a house, a home, without lights, without running water, without food in the refrigerator. So could you imagine when your ribs are touching your back? Could you imagine listening to a rap song right now? And that rapper on that rap song is talking about how much money he got, how he can take your girl, how you don't have anything, how he has gold chains, how he has big cars, houses. Could you imagine that? Ain't nobody buying that shit anymore. Like literally. Especially now, I've been through this back in the 90s. Because I used to bootleg. So I knew about all of the pocketbooks and where we got them from, the bootleg movies and stuff like that. I knew exactly where we got them from. Matter of fact, to be real with you, I used to go to Chinatown, specifically Canal Street, to get the knockoff watches, to get the knockoff glasses, the knockoff Louis Vuitton belts and shit, and go back down south to sell that type shit. So now that the elephant in the room is talking, China that is, and they're saying that all this Louis Vuitton, Gucci, jackets, pants, all of that stuff y'all think is high end. Nah, it's just cheap material that we make, and then we sell it to people such as Louis Vuitton, and they put their name on it and sell it to you all for thousands upon thousands of dollars. But the Louis Vuitton pocketbook, as an example, the same Louis Vuitton pocketbook that Louis Vuitton sells for $3,000 in their store is made out of the same material that you can get a Louis Vuitton knockoff pocketbook on Canal Street for about $100. The gig is up. We knew you all were broke anyway. This day and time, even though I understand it, even though it seems as though that it's the most painful time that we're going through. But I'm telling you, there's light at the end of the road. The truth is people are being exposed. And nowadays, you can't lie anymore. You can't. And the gig is up literally for these rappers. Ain't nobody trying to hear a rapper talk about how they got more money than you. In this day and time. Not when there's motherfuckers living in a car, sleeping in a car because they can't afford rent. Not while there's hyperinflation. People can't afford to eat because food prices are high. You think for a second that the average American wants to hear a rapper rap about how much shit they got when they ain't got shit? The American, that is, the average American, they ain't got shit to show for? All of the hard work and effort that they put in on a daily basis? There's some people that are working 2 or 3 jobs trying to keep up with their bills and still can't make ends meet. Straight up, like what? Like, I'm pretty sure that the record industry, the record industry, music industry, that is, I'm more than sure that most of these entertainers that's in the music industry are going bankrupt. I'm more than sure that most of these rappers in specific that's rapping nowadays, they got albums and, singles out and shit, they doing bad. And you'll find a lot of these rappers, you'll find them on YouTube. Now they're content creators. Now everybody wants to have a podcast. Now everybody's want to talk about like regular life and shit like that. All of a sudden. Because they know the music that they make ain't paying the bills. Ain't nobody going to your concerts. Don't nobody want to see you with fancy cars and big houses and all of that shit. That shit is played out now. If you want to rap about something, rap about this fucked up economy. If you want to rap about something, rap about how you can help change the conditions of what people are going through. Straight up. Rap, put in your rap lyrics a message. Straight up. Let people know where they can get help at. How they can make extra money. But you rapping about how you sold drugs, how you got this many cars and shit, and ain't nobody trying to hear that shit anymore. Real shit. And now there's exceptions to the rules. There are some people that'll listen to that type of shit, but I bet you they not buying it. Literally. Like double entendre. They not buying it, and they not buying what you trying to sell to them in their ears. We all know that most of y'all motherfuckers are fake as shit. You ain't no street dude. You just rapping about some shit, trying to make some money. And that's real talk. That's real talk. And I'm not the one to say that, you know what, now that, the thug and ignorant rap music, you know what I'm saying, is fading out, conscious music is gonna make a comeback. I doubt that. I think that hip hop, the culture is, and in specific rap music, is done. It's over. It's ran its course and it's over. It's a wrap. What are we going to be listening to in the near future? I don't know. But I just know that people are just tired. The average person is tired of this rap music. They're tired of it. And I do understand. I'm not going to put the full blame on these rappers, these entertainers, because I understand it. I'm not saying it's right, but I understand it. I understand that you lived in a poverty-stricken community or environment, and that you had a gift, a talent, and someone saw that talent in you where you could make some money, and you decided to tell your story. You decided to do whatever it took, even lie at times, embellish on the truth, to make money, to feed your kids if you had some, to feed your family, your mom, your pops, etc. But the gig is up. And you're not the only one that has a family. Just think about what kind of impression, or how I'll take it another way, how you affected or infected the lives of people, the minds of people, the lives, but the minds of people that listen to your music. And like I said before, I can't hold you fully accountable, because overall, the person that financed you, that non-black, melanin recessive being, is behind it all. He's the one behind the curtain. He's the one that financed your project. He's the one that told you, you know what? You rapping about this on some positive shit, don't sell records. You got to rap about genocide to your own people. So I hold you accountable for your actions, because you could have did anything else. You could have done anything else that didn't cause harm to the black community, but you decided to do something that caused a lot of pain and suffering. You put for those that rap that gangster thug shit, I can't tell you how many motherfuckers indirectly you help put in jail. How indirectly you help them get strung out on drugs. How indirectly you helped put them 6 feet under. Like I said, you didn't shit, sometimes indirectly and also directly. Because I'm pretty sure some of you all are conscious and aware just how powerful your words are. But that's not your concern. Because, you know what the cop out is, most rappers say, I'm nobody's role model. Well, if that's the case, then don't reap the benefits of what it is to be a role model. Straight up. Since you're no role model, I shouldn't support you. No one should buy your merchandise. No one should wear t-shirts with your face on it. No one should pass your music along to share your music with someone else. So you have a further range of fans, a fan base, excuse me. Since you're nobody's role model. But like I said, that melanin recessive being is not off the hook, because he knows exactly what he's doing. And he should be held accountable to the point where they should throw his fucking ass in jail. Leo Cohen is one of the examples of who they should throw in jail and lock his ass up for 25 to life. Because these melanin recessive beings know exactly what they're doing. Exactly what they're doing. So not only should it be that the artist should be held accountable for their actions, but the record label, as well as the people that work for the record label, should be held accountable as well. But the gig is up. The gig is up. Ain't nobody buying no motherfucking records to play and hear someone talk shit about how you ain't got this and you ain't got that. Especially not in this day's economy. Straight up. If I want to play something in this day and time, I'm going to go back and listen to some old school, not even hip hop. I'm going to listen to some old school music like R&B type shit. I'm talking about like James Brown or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back in the late 70s and the early 80s and shit. I want to hear some Roy Ayers. I want to hear some Earth, Wind and Fire. I want to hear some pick me up music. I want to hear some music, you know what I'm saying, that's going to keep rising to the top. Give it all you got, give it all you got. Don't let nobody stop you. Keep rising. I want to hear that type of music. I want to hear some soul to soul. Keep on moving. Don't stop. I want to hear some sounds of blackness. Be optimistic. I forgot how that shit went, the rest of it. But you know where I'm coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to listen to no negative shit. I don't know how in the hell we got this far. I'm going to be real with you. We should have cut these rappers off a long goddamn time ago. If you're not motivating and inspiring people, if you're constantly, no, seriously, I don't think y'all get it. Rap music these days is nothing. Well, shit, it's been not like that. Even in the 90s. Even in the 90s. We had rappers and gangster rap and all that shit. How the hell you think these rappers are straight negative? It didn't come just out of the blue. Nah, we started that shit. Us 90s motherfuckers. You remember Niggas with Attitude? You don't remember that? You don't remember Lil' Kim? I don't want dick tonight. Just eat my pussy right. We started all of that nasty, over sexual shit. You look so good, girl. You know that I don't even want to say it. Biggie Smalls said he's supposed to be the greatest rapper alive. Look at who we think are the greatest rappers alive. Drug dealers. Biggie was, Jay-Z was. And I know this is going to hurt some of you all feelings, but it's the truth. Nas was a wannabe. Straight up. I knew my place. I knew when I was younger, I wasn't a thug. I knew when I was younger, I wanted to be accepted. And then eventually, I started to find knowledge of self. And that became my personality. Love being black. And it was my calling to wake black people up. That was my thing. I was a conscious, one of them conscious dudes. I'm not saying that's who and what Nas was, but he sure wasn't hell no motherfucking thug. He just took on that persona. Nas Escobar and shit like that. Everybody saw through that shit, and we made exceptions to the rules. Well, I'll say the streets made exceptions to the rules because he came from the projects. But his upbringing, his father was in the jazz. His mom's was I think a teacher, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong. But if she wasn't, she raised her children right. Even though he came from the projects, he had a decent upbringing. Biggie Smalls did too. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, he went to Catholic school. So yeah, man, it's all about being yourself. And somewhere down the line, our rap music turned into fakeness, a facade. And I know what some people are gonna say. Well, yo, they was just trying to paint a picture. They were poets. It's just like Arnold Schwarzenegger starring in a movie and he's shooting and unaliving people, but he's not really doing that in real life, you know, and this and that, so forth. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but that's not art to me. You rapping about negativity and shit. Now, if it's negativity, if you're painting a picture and you're telling people what's going on in the hood, and what the end result is in reality, if you sell drugs, if you shoot people, you will go to jail. You may be 6 feet under. And there's consequences. There's consequences to whatever you do. And that most people that's in the streets don't make it out alive. And that there's a struggle that people don't talk about. But throughout these years, people have glorified the struggle. Excuse me. Struggle meaning that they've been in the hood. Not the real struggle like, yo, you going through this and that and so forth and you trying to do what's right. Nah, that's not the story. It's the struggle is I'm going through all of this shit and I sold drugs. I had to shoot people. I had to do what I had to do to get the fuck up out of it. And then it's the glorification of it. Like, yeah, this is what I did. And I got a rap sheet to prove that who I am and this and that and so forth. Yo, man, a true man would never glorify the struggle. He would try to get out of it the best way he could without having to jeopardize his integrity. He would try to get out of the best way he could without harming anyone. But to harm people, to harm your community, and then brag about it, rap about the struggle and how what you did in order to get out of it is diabolical to me. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's turned into a circus. And people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, these people that acted in movies, you know, are not off the hook. They're not. Because they also are responsible indirectly for a lot of harm that their movies that they starred in have caused. There's a reason why there's a music industry and a movie industry. And the powers that be know just how much cinema, movies affect and infect your mind, as well as the music infects or affects your ears. And that you can be programmed through what you see and what you hear. And if you don't believe me, man, look no further. Look at the black community. We got young rappers talking about my ops. And their ops live on the same block as they do, going through the same struggle as they're going through, and look just like them. While your real ops, straight up, is waiting for you to commit genocide to your brothers and sisters. And then once you're unalived and the person that you unalive is unalived, they just come and pick your bodies up and throw you in a meat truck called an ambulance. And what do they say about you? It's another dead nigga. Just another dead nigga. Just some dumb dead niggas. So yeah, man, I'm glad that hip hop, rap is coming to a complete end. Because what we're seeing and what we're experiencing now is not even real hip hop and rap. I know, because I was there. I was there. I was there when conscious rap and when hip hop, the culture was just beautiful, man. Straight up. Real talk. You know. And I don't have to run it down to you. You know the rap groups and rap artists that I'm referring to. You know, people such as Brand Nubians, A Tribe Called Quest. You know, Flavor Unit overall, Black Sheep, Queen Latifah, De La Soul. The list goes on. You know, I remember, man, years ago when Heavy D, not years ago, I'm talking about more than years ago. I would say about 20, 30 years ago, when I was a teen. I remember Heavy D came out with a song, and it was on the radio, and people liked it. The song was called Don't Curse. Like, people like Heavy D made it, and Rakim. They didn't curse in their songs. It used to be a time where you didn't hear nigga, nigga, nigga all in the songs. Bitch, bitch, bitch. None of that. But those days are gone. So, hey man, it's the end of a culture. And truth be told, there'll be the beginning of another one, of a new one. Because one thing I can say about blacks is we just keep on creating new culture. So I don't know exactly what we're going to be listening to. I don't know what the new vibe is going to be, but I know there's going to be a new vibe. There's going to be something to replace this culture that we call hip hop, that melanin recessive beings are responsible for destroying. And I'm going to put it just like that. Other than that, I'm out.